beam, right? So today I'm going to start the next method, and its name is actual moment area. So let's understand. Let's first draw a simply supported beam, right? And in simply supported beam, we have defined many types of loading conditions. So you can see that there are many type of loading condition at this particular simply supported beam, right? Based on this, ठीक है, let's understand, ये आपका एक deflection of the beam की conditions को represent कर रहा है based on this criteria, right? So suppose we have taken a section X at this particular point and this particular point, right? So at this particular point, this might be its deflection, so we just write delta x of 1, delta x of 1, this is of delta x of 2, and यहाँ पे delta x of 2 की values को हम represent करें, right? So let's draw its moment also, कि इसका moment का diagram कैसे draw करते हैं. So suppose we have defined this values. In general, the value is to be defined in this particular fashion, right? So we are more concerned कि भाई डेल्टा x1 और डेल्टा x2 के बीच का एरिया क्या होगा, और इन दोनों पॉइंट्स के बीच में ही हमको कैलकुलेट करना है डिफरेंशियल, राइट? तो इन दिस कंडीशंस हमने यहाँ पे चलो डिफाइन कर लिया कि सपोज दिस इज योर CG पॉइंट इन दिस कंडीशंस, राइट? तो अगर हम यहाँ पे कैलकुलेट करना चाहें कि भाई ये थीटा 1 है और ये थीटा 2 है, in between actual area moment method mein, if you want to calculate, then this theta 2, suppose if you want to find out deflection between the theta 1 and theta 2, then it is to be written as area of bending moment diagram upon EI, right? And deflection, that is delta 2 minus delta 1, it is to be defined as area of bending moment diagram upon EI into x bar. So that value of x bar is from this point which is defined, right? So this is the same method जो अभी तक हमने define किया था, ये same method है जैसे moment area method हमने define किया था, वही actual area moment method में कि हम in between two values के respect में चीजें define कर सकते हैं, right? So based on this, let's take an example, right? Let's take an example, and we have defined the conditions. अब example is like, suppose again we have defined a cantilever beam, its point load at this conditions, right? So we know that that theta, that is the deflection at this point, is 0. Similarly slope and deflection is also 0. Here at this point we can define कि आपका जो beam है वो कुछ somehow इस तरह से deflect हो रहा है. So this is the point where we can define this at a theta max, and likewise it is also defined as delta max. So actual moment area method के basis पे हम ये define कर सकते हैं in between two values. जैसे एरिया यहाँ पे डिफाइन किया थीटा 2 माइनस थीटा 1. Similarly we can define that theta max minus theta 0. So the equation can be built like theta max minus theta 0, right? यानी कि at the end point, it is also defined as area of bending moment diagram on EI. Likewise, delta max minus 0. Simply we put it at 0 because at the end there is no. तो यहाँ पे ये values को define कर सकते हैं, which is defined as the area of bending moment diagram upon EI into x bar. That is the same one, right? Now the next example, let's take an example, the next one. So the next case is defined as a simply supported beam with point load at its center, right? So the reactions RA is further divided by P by 2. RB is also defined as P by 2, right? So its deflection moment, अगर देखा जाए तो it will be deflect something like this. So this would be your delta max, and here delta max में थी, so load at this point is 0. Likewise, we can simply write that this is your deflection at end point is 0, and theta max we can define at this condition. Likewise, इसका अगर आप स्लोप या बेंडिंग मोमेंट बनाने की कोशिश करो तो it is something like this conditions, right? Okay, now this is the point जहाँ पे मैक्सिमम आपको बेंडिंग मोमेंट मिल रहा है, तो उसका मैग्नीट्यूड क्या हुआ, दैट इज PL/4, right? This is the half of the value it is defined as L/2. तो अब L/2 के रिस्पेक्ट में ये आपका होगा क्या, CG of this is this particular point. तो इस CG को अगर हम देखें तो x bar can be written as what, 2/3 into of L value length, बट ये L क्या है, L/2 के रिस्पेक्ट में है, सो इट इज डिफाइंड एज L/2. ये टू कैंसिल हो गया, क्लियर है? तो अब यहाँ पे हम इक्वेशंस को अप्लाई करते हैं कि भाई इसको कैसे सॉल्व किया जाए. सो दैट अगेन टू बी डिफाइन एज जस्ट इन बिटवीन टू वैल्यूज. अब देखो ये थीटा मैक्स है और ये थीटा की वैल्यू 0, इसका मतलब इन दोनों के बीच की वैल्यूज को हम डिफाइन करने जा रहे हैं, दैट इज थीटा मैक्स माइनस 0. So it means what, we are considering this particular portion of this area, right, which is defined as what, area of bending moment diagram on EI. Now let me know what is the area of bending moment in this case. This is the magnitude, so PL/4 is the magnitude from this point to this point, and length is L/2. तो area क्या हो जाएगा, 1/2 into length, that is L/2 into height, which is defined as PL/4 upon EI. It means this equation is defined as PL square by 16 EI, which is the required condition, right? Similarly, we can define delta max. So can we write delta max? Yes. So delta max minus 0 is again defined as area of BMD upon EI into x bar. The value of x bar here in this case is L/3. तो यहाँ पे हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, the same PL square upon 16 EI, that is PL square upon 16 EI into L/3, that is defined as PL cube upon 48 EI. So based on this we can define the conditions. So let's understand with the help of one example how this method is going to be worked, right? So in this question, 2-point load is acting at a distance of L/3 and L/3 at the extreme ends. So suppose this is A and this one is the B end. So before the start of this question, let's first calculate the reactions at RA and RB. I believe this is P and P. Total P is defined. So the reactions at A and B is defined as the value is equals to, right? To apply actual area moment methods, let's first understand how this moment diagram is going to be built. Okay. So suppose this would be your deflection of the beam condition. So based on this, let's understand how bending moment equation is, or you can say the bending moment diagram is to be defined, right? So let's x is the value. So taking section at x, so let's define the bending moment at x, right? So these are the points, right? So from the values of x1 is defined p, तो moment आपका होगा p into x, right? अब और कोई भी इसमें फोर्सेस तो है नहीं जो कि मोमेंट प्रोवाइड करेंगे. इट मींस this equation is valid from 0 to L by 3, right? So it can be right, this is x till valid till L by 3. So what is the value at L by 3? So it is defined as, तो आपका ये वैल्यू जो कौन सा लीनियर कर्व है, जैसे जैसे वैल्यू एट एक्स की वैल्यू यहाँ पे 0 है, एट एक्स की वैल्यू L by 3 पे जो आपका है moment, this should be defined as P L by 3, right? Let's take this condition. Let's take x to x. Now the bending moment now from this equation is defined as, अब x के लिए ये आपका x वैल्यूज हुआ, तो आपकी वैल्यूज हुई p into x, that is the one, minus, अब x minus L by 3, x ये डिस्टेंस क्या डिफाइन करेगा, x minus L by 3, राइट? तो इसमें मोमेंट कितना होगा, दैट इज p into x minus L by 3. Now this equation is valid from L by 3 से लेके this point, right? So L by 3 क्या हो जाएगा, 2L by 3. So x is valid from L by 3 till x is 2L by 3, right? अगर हम यहाँ पे if we put the value, x की वैल्यूज हम L by 3 रखते हैं, जैसे ही हमने x की वैल्यू L by 3 रखा, ये इक्वेशन कैंसिल आउट हो गया, और ये इक्वेशन कैंसिल आउट हुआ, तो इसका मतलब यहाँ पे जो बना ये PL by 3 हो गया. ओके, सो दिस इज डिफाइंड एज अ PL by 3. अब अगर हम x की वैल्यू 2L by 3 रखते हैं, जैसे ही हमने यहाँ पे रखा x की वैल्यू दैट इज P into 2L by 3 minus 2L by 3 minus L by 3, ये क्या बन जाएगा, L by 3, राइट? Defined as L by 3. और अगेन यहाँ पे 2L by 3 minus PL by 3, it is defined as PL by 3. तो ये पॉइंट पे भी L by 3 है और ये पॉइंट पे भी L by 3 है, तो ये डिफाइन हो जाएगा दिस वैल्यू, राइट? अब एक चीज तो क्लियर हो गया, दिस इज योर y सपोज एंड दिस इज योर x, ठीक है? एट दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट यू आल्सो हैव अ बेंडिंग मोमेंट शुड बी 0. तो आपका जो कर्व होगा फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट इट शुड बी स्ट्रेट लाइन, और ये यहाँ पे आके एंड हो जाएगा, right? So now this is the maximum bending moment, right? This is defined as the maximum bending moment. So at the center, अगर हम यहाँ पे चीजों को डिफाइन करें, at the center it is defined as your delta max, right? Likewise, this is also defined as theta value should be 0. Similarly, at the end it is defined as theta max and your deflection is 0, right? So apply bending moment method. This is your L by 3 and this is your L by 3 by 2, यानी कि L by 3 by 2 हो गया, so this is defined as L by 6, right? ये L by 3 है टोटल डिस्टेंस, इसका हाफ क्या जाएगा, L by 6. Now class, is it clear to everyone? Okay. Now based on these two, अब हमको actual area moment method को calculate करना है. This is your theta की value 0, if slope, and this one is theta max. So what is the condition? That is theta max minus 0 is defined as area of bending moment upon EI. Yes or no? If it is defined as, so just let me know. This should be the area and this one will be the area. Is that clear to everyone? If this is the area it is to be defined, then its slope क्या हो जाएगा? ये आपका area का area of bending moment is defined as EI. तो area है कितना? 1/2 into L/3, right? Into PL/3, right? Half L/3 into PL/3 upon EI plus, ये भी तो एरिया है ना आपका, तो इट इज डिफाइंड एज PL/3 into L/6, right? And whole of this defined as E. So your slope, that is the theta max, is to be defined as PL square by 9. Is that clear to everyone, class? Very frequent. There is a term which you will see very frequently in the coming questions, and the term is defined as a prop, right? So let's understand what is the meaning of prop. Prop simply means support. When there is a prop means come, it means a support. And always remember, and deflection at prop is always 0, right? So prop means a support, and deflection at prop is always considered as a 0. So let's take an example and understand. Suppose in a cantilever beam, this is the cantilever beam, right? At the end, there is a moment is to be there, right? This is the length of that one, and this one is the moment. At the free end, there is a moment. Suppose we introduce a support at the free end, right? So we consider this support as a prop. So when we introduce this support, you'll first understand there must be a reaction which is acting at the upward direction. Understand? So what will happen after when you introduce a support at the end, right? So imagine, अब आप इसको consider इस तरह से करो कि this is, अब consider two cases, right? The first one, it is something like the first one which is having a free movement at m is equals to moment free end, right? Similarly, there is also a support, and the support is to introduce a reaction. तो ये reactions R हो गया जो upward directions में act कर रहा है. So what will happen? अब moment होने की वजह से obviously ये deflection downward direction में आपको मिलता है, right? जैसे यहाँ पे एक सपोर्ट इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ, तो सपोज अगर आप एक अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में फोर्स एक्ट करता, so again there must be a deflection at the upward direction, right? अब क्या हो रहा है कि आपको ये जो मोमेंट मिल रहा था, जो डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन में जो डिफ्लेक्शंस मिल रहा था, दैट इज टू बी कैंसिल आउट बाय इंट्रोड्यूसिंग दिस रिएक्शन. तो लेट्स फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड कि अगर मोमेंट होता तो व्हाट शुड बी द डिफ्लेक्शन. सो अगर मोमेंट होता तो आपका डिफ्लेक्शन होता, इट शुड बी m0 L square upon 2 EI. We have already calculated the deflection by moment method, right? Suppose कि अगर आपका reaction यहाँ पे होता तो उसकी वजह से deflections कितना होता, right? Upward direction में. So that deflection it should be defined as PL Q upon 3E, right? So what I said, if it is a prop, it means that there is a support and the deflection at a support is always zero. It means कि जो deflection delta one moment की वजह से होने वाला था वो अभी zero हो गया है because वहाँ पे आपने एक reaction force को introduce कर दिया. So we considered delta one is equals to delta 2, that m L square upon 2EI, which is equals to PL cube upon 3EI. अब यहाँ पे जो P है that is defined as R, right? So we can see that this EI cancel out, L square cube is cancel out, तो reaction का जो आपको reaction मिल रहा है वो कितना हो जाएगा? That is your 3/2 m by L. This is basically the reaction at the end B. You can say at end B, right? So you can find out the reaction. This is the reaction at B end. So you can find out कि भाई reactions कितना हो पाएगा. That value of reaction can be calculated with the help of this. Let's take in another example, right? Simple one. Now this is your simply supported beam. Loading is there, right? So let's take a support. Let's take a support at the center of this beam, right? So what will happen? We again just convert it in the two forms, right? In the first one, what we have defined with respect to UDL, you have a deflection. There should be your delta max deflection at the center, and the values of delta max is equals to, you have already seen that 5/384 WL to the power 4 upon E, right? Now, when you have a prop at this particular point, we can say a support, a prop, it should be a center, then its deflection should be something like this, right? So if it is say the reaction, then the reaction is defined as RL cube on 48E, right? So now by introducing this prop, there should not be any deflection at the center, that is delta max. It means what? We can write this equation 5 upon 384 upon WL to the power 4 E5 is nothing but it is RL cube upon 48 E5. So this EI is cancel out, RL cube and R to the power 4 is cancel out, and the reaction is to be defined as a 5 WL on. So if you introduce this reaction values, we can define that there should not be any deflection at the, right? So let's take an example, one more example. Just let me know, this question is for you all, right? Just let me know. This is a cantilever beam. A point load is acting at this one, right? A prop is introduced at the downward direction and its magnitude is W, right? Just let me know what should be the value of this W. So class, let's see this question, how we are going to solve this one, right? So let's first draw. I'm going to draw this in two different conditions, right? Suppose a cantilever beam, a point load at the extreme end, then this should be your deflection, right? So the value of deflection at this particular point is defined as P L cube by 3 E I. When you introduced a support, right? So I'm going to do like this. This is your W. That is the support and its reaction is W at A, right? So its deflection, it should be like this, right? So this is the point of deflection at this particular point, and you need to calculate the deflection at here, right? So that is delta 2 is your deflection. So delta 2, that deflection, it is to be defined as P A square upon 2 E I L minus A by 3, right? Value of A is defined here, that is L by 2. And when you solve, that is delta 2 deflection at this particular point, it should be defined as 5 W L cube upon 48 EI, right? When you introduce a prop, there should not be any deflection at this, right? So your deflection 0 है, तो it means to what? आपका जो values हो जाएगा, यानी कि PL cube upon 3EI is equals to 5 WL cube upon 48 EI. EI cancel out, this should be 16. L cube cancel out, it means the values of W is 16 E by 5, right? So the important note is introduction of prop leads to no deflection in the beam. Understood? Great. So let's take one more example, and this is again defined as one of the important questions, and I believe you all are able to solve these questions, right? So this is UDL whose magnitude is 10 kilonewton per meter. This is a 5 meter, and there is a brick is placed underneath, right? So there is a gap of 6 mm, right? Okay. Calculate first part, calculate the reaction at this wall, calculate the reaction at wall when W is equals to 10 kilonewton per meter, right? Second way, again calculate reaction at wall when W is equals to 100 kilonewton per meter, right? Assume the values of EI is 7, 8, 1, 2, 5, 0. So let's understand how this type of question will work out, right? So before the start of this question, let's first calculate what should be the deflection under UDL loading, right? So let's understand. This should be the solutions, right? So first calculate the deflection due to uniform distributing loading. So the deflection, that is delta max at the extreme end, should be defined as W L to the power 4 upon 8 E I. This is the normal deflection, right? तो जैसे ही आपने ये वैल्यूज रखा, W डिफाइन एज ए W 10 into 5 to the power 4 upon 8 into EI. The value of EI is 781,250. When you are going to solve these questions, you will define that the value is defined as in terms of meter, which is 0.001 meter, which is also equivalent to 1 millimeter, right? तो आपने यहाँ पे क्या देखा कि जब आप यूनिफॉर्म डिस्ट्रीब्यूट यूडीएल के बेसिस पे जब आप इस पे लोड अप्लाई करते हो तो आपका जो मैक्सिमम डिफ्लेक्शन है दैट इज डिफाइंड एज 1 मिलीमीटर, राइट? इसका मतलब यहाँ से इस पॉइंट से और इस वॉल के बीच की जो डिस्टेंस है वो है 6 mm। तो ये सिर्फ 1 mm तक ही यहाँ पे शिफ्ट कर रहा है। तो अब आपका जो बीम है वो सिर्फ इस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट तक ही आ रहा है। तो जब ये बीम का जो लोड इस वॉल पे आ ही नहीं रहा है तो देयर शुड बी रिएक्शन एट द वॉल व्हेन द W इज डिफाइंड एज 0। तो वॉल का रिएक्शन 0 होगा लोडिंग की वजह से। Yes or no? Now, that is why in the second case, when you consider W is of 100 kilonewton per meter, it means what? Your deflection when 100 kilonewton per meter के हिसाब से दिखाओगे, then it is defined as it is, इसी को ही आप 10 से multiply करो, as simple as that. It is defined as 10 millimeter. It means what? Now your wall is going to bear the load. कितना लोड, अब ये समझने का। जैसे ही सपोज इमेजिन करो तो फर्स्ट केस 1, जब आपका डिफ्लेक्शन 1 mm था तो वॉल का रिएक्शन आपका 0, राइट? अब कंसीडर केस 2, व्हेन यू हैव अ डिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ 6 mm, राइट? अगेन योर वॉल रिएक्शन शुड बी, कोई मुझे बता सकता है? The next support I am talking about is your sinking support. That is defined as your sinking support, right? So how it looks like, let's first understand. Suppose a beam of UDL, and at the end there is a spring is connected, right? So let's understand how this is going to be solved. I believe this is to be clear, everyone. Yes or no? A support, a uniformly distributed support is connected with a spring, right? So let's understand this. Now अब इसमें होगा क्या? Just tell me कि जैसे ही यहाँ पे ये लोड लगा है तो उसकी वजह से ये डिफ्लेक्शन होगा। जैसे ही ये डिफ्लेक्शन होगा तो स्प्रिंग कंप्रेस होगी, तो स्प्रिंग इसको अपवर्ड डायरेक्शंस में फोर्स एक्सर्ट करेगी। यस और नो? तो जो इसका नॉर्मल डिफ्लेक्शन होना चाहिए बिकॉज ऑफ यूडीएल, उसके रिस्पेक्ट में आपका जो एक्चुअल डिफ्लेक्शन वो कम होगा, ठीक है? तो अब हम ये समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कि आपका जो एक्चुअल डिफ्लेक्शन है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस स्प्रिंग ये कितना है। सो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड कि अब आपका जो यूडीएल है ये कुछ समहाउ इतना समहाउ डिफ्लेक्ट किया दिस पॉइंट, राइट? तो अगर ये इतना पॉइंट डिफ्लेक्ट किया है तो बेस्ड ऑन दिस क्राइटेरिया, सपोज दिस इज योर सपोर्ट, आपकी स्प्रिंग जो है इतना ही अमाउंट जो है वो कंप्रेस भी हुई होगी, राइट? तो इसमें अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में आपका जो फोर्स एक्ट कर रहा होगा इस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे, उसको बोला आर रिएक्शन, राइट? एंड द वैल्यूज ऑफ आर, because of this you can say the deflection, right? So can we write deflection delta? अब ये आर how this values of R calculate? This is a reaction force. So this is defined as a K delta, spring force constant into the deflection, right? So this is the R values which is acting upward in this direction, right? So how this equation is worked out? Simple way, just we have discussed in the previous sections, right? Can we write this expression? That is that this is the deflections, right? So earlier when you do not have any supports, its deflection should be WL to the power 4 upon 8 EI, right? माइनस माइनस अब ये एक पॉइंट लोड एक्ट कर रहा है अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में विच इज डिफाइंड एज आई आर एल क्यूब अपॉन 3 ई आई एंड हियर इन दिस केस डेल्टा वैल्यू इज whatever the value is deflected from this point to this, right? So this is the equation number 1, and this equation, based on this equations, can we define these values, right? We can write delta प्लस अब ये r की वैल्यूज क्या है k डेल्टा, तो कैन बी राइट k डेल्टा l क्यूब अपॉन 3ei is equals to wl to the power 4 upon 8 ei, right? So therefore this delta can be defined as 3ei plus k l cube upon wl to the power 4 on 8 ei, and here it is defined as a 3 ei. This ei cancel out, and your delta values is to be defined as 3 wl to the power 4 on 3 ei plus